Perhaps the most visible shift in recent international dynamics was brought about by the nuclear deal reached by Iran and 6 world powers this summer. The deal is opening up the Middle Eastern country to the world, both politically and economically. CCTV's UN correspondent Liling explains the growing role Iran has on the international stage.
At the UN General Assembly, a visible change in Iran's relationship status with the world in a post-nuclear deal era.
Today, a new chapter has started in Iran's relations with the world.
In his first speech here since the landmark agreement was signed, Iranian President Hassan Rouhani said the deal may serve not just as the start of a new era for Iran, but also for the region, especially in addressing ongoing civil conflicts.
We are prepared to assist in the eradication of terrorism and in paving the way for democracy and ensuring that arms do not dictate the course of events in the region. As we aided the establishment of democracy in Iraq and Afghanistan, we are prepared to help bring about democracy in Syria as well as Yemen.
Among world powers, there is enthusiasm for the positive role Iran can play. British Prime Minister David Cameron on Monday met with Rouhani to talk about ways to end the Syrian civil war and stop the spread of ISIL. Russia this weekend announced plans to share intelligence about ISIL with Iran, Iraq and Syria in a move that surprised the U.S. The role that Iran can play in these conflicts cannot be overstated. Iran is, after all, an ally of the Syrian government under Bashar al-Assad, while it's also set to lend support to the Houthi rebels in the Yemen conflict. Now, major powers, the U.S. and Russia, know this, but they disagree on approach and strategy, largely because Moscow aligns itself with Syria, while the U.S. wants the ouster of Assad, and Washington is close with Saudi Arabia, a longtime adversary of Iran. President Rouhani says he has a plan.
I would like to invite the whole world, and especially the countries of my region, to form a joint comprehensive plan of action to create a united front against extremism and violence.
Rouhani says this united front must be a global movement to work through regional problems using dialogue and diplomacy. Though short on detail, world powers may want to listen up because the shifting dynamics in this new multipolar world order we keep hearing about may see Iran playing a much bigger part. Liling, CCTV, New York.